What's up, guys? So many of you may know my coil packs have overheated, so I've got this spare valve cover or coil pack cover thing. So the plan is this line, if it's shown up on camera, what we're going to do is basically cut this out for additional ventilation, and then the metal bit that sits on top is then going to be spaced out. So hopefully this will give us some more ventilation to stop the coil packs from overheating. Like I say, this is a spare, so I don't really care if I ruin it and see if I like it. The next debate I also might do is just chop it off from here, depending on how it sits, or maybe even from here, just so the oil cover is still present, but we'll give it a go. See, it's a little bit damaged, this one anyway. Got a little crack up here, so yeah. So my Dremel stopped working annoyingly, so trusty hacksaw and a trusty Christmas tree bit. So catch up in this. So that got a bit annoying. So got a good old trusty nibbler. We'll see if this works. So finished up with the nibbler. If you don't have one, definitely get one. They are an absolute lifesaver. That's basically it. So you've got two different things, and then you can change. So it will do like metal up to 1.8mm thick, and then plastic fiberglass up to 2mm thick, which was pretty much perfect for this. Needs a bit of tidying up from when I first started, but I'll just sand that down. But at the moment, it's looking pretty good. So the plan is, like I say, coil packs will get a bit more airflow, and then these bits here, what I'm actually going to do is cut a little bit of fuel hose, which I have somewhere, I think. So I'm basically going to cut a tiny bit, like 10mm or something, on top of each one to make like a little standoff, just to raise that metal cover about 10mm, just so the heat can get out. I know it has got these little vents down the side, but they don't really seem to be keeping it cool enough, or not for what I want anyway. So like I said, this is just my old one back in the day. So yeah, it's just a mock-up at the moment because my one of these is brand spanking new. So I don't really want to chop it up. So at least this one I can chop it up. You can see back when it got its last cam belt change, 90,000 kilometers in 2016. Yeah, I think that's a year, date, month. And like I say, she's been off the road for a fair old while now anyway. Yeah, so that's the plan, and that's the progress so far. So that's the new, well, the modified cover in. So as you can see, it gives you so much more ventilation. So hopefully that will help as well. And then I'll put my original cover back on, and I'll give you guys an update. But hopefully that will clean it up a lot better for us. So that's the cover now installed. So as you can see, there's so much more airflow. Before that was pretty much flush. So that's, like I say, just like literally like 10mm worth of fuel hose. It's snug. The original bolts, which here, so I've got these brand new from the guys over at JDM Goodness. They're the original bolts for it. but they're just, because you've got that little, whatever it's called, little spacer bit with no threads, it just doesn't catch. So I just put some slightly longer bolts in. But yeah, I mean, they're not too tight, but I mean, it is solid. But as you can see, you can literally see through here, so that vent is going to make a huge difference along with the cover. So hopefully that will let the heat escape, because as you guys already know that's got the OEM set up, you literally do not have that. The camera doesn't do any justice. I'm going to get a better angle of it. There's so much more room now underneath there. So now that I know what I want, about 10 to 12 mil, I'm going to actually order some stainless steel like standoffs that will go in. So there'll be stainless steel standoffs underneath here, which these then bolt into. So it's like comes as one, just a bit like more OEM plus, other than a bit of rubber. But yeah, and you've got so much more airflow under there now. That's just a huge improvement. Before, like, it would be dead flush. So now it'll be way better.